Yes.
Yeah, it is. Little slingy. It's pictures like this, it can, especially if you get a little cross seam on it, it can really skid on and take you by surprise.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Little slingy.
Just getting a big smile from Sandeep Lamachani down at third man as he's back onto the pitch. Just off for 3 or 4 overs. Slower ball from Avinash Bahara. Punched down the ground nicely by Balbirnie for a single. These two really seem to enjoy batting together, Chris.
They do, yeah. I think it's hard not to enjoy batting with someone like Paul Sterling or like Andrew Balbirnie. So I think they both feel the same way about Kevin as well. So it's great to have 3 guys at the top that really enjoy batting with each other, really understand each other, and it's sort of been visible in the last 18 months since the top order's been these 3.
Fortune for Sterling. He finds the outside edge, and although Lamachani's quick, he can't get around to cut that one off. It's going to be a boundary 4. Not exactly where Sterling was looking to go, but the outside edge with no slip in place. Even though it was a full toss, looking for the block hole, Bahara, that's what he tries to do, get it full and really tuck up the batsman, but Sterling profits with a boundary 4. Both of these batsmen a little bit shy of runs, which isn't something we've said at any point in 2019. So perhaps today being the day that they'll come into their own and make large scores.
Yeah, I hope so. I think they've both been batting very well, but 2020, the nature of the game is you're not going to score big runs every time, so it's going to be great for these two. They've definitely taken notice of Kevin getting his 100 the other day. That I think it was always kind of inevitable it was going to be one of those 3 was going to be the first, so hopefully one of these 2 can follow suit fairly quickly.
More work for Lamach
every time, so it's going to be great for these 2. They've definitely taken notice of Kevin getting his 100 the other day. That I think it was always kind of inevitable it was going to be one of those 3 was going to be the first, so hopefully one of these 2 can follow suit fairly quickly.
More work for Lamachani at third man, and he's going to get the boot out. He's a young man, but he's fielded it like a veteran. And Courtney Walsh or Curtly Ambrose, notorious for that back in the day. But Lamachani gets the foot out. A bit of work from Lamachani, perhaps noting he was in front of the Irish side there.
He's just heard you mention that bit of elderly fielding there. Just had a little giggle over towards you there. You do wonder he's just had a couple of overs off the field. Maybe if he's got a little niggle or something's a little sore, maybe it was a deliberate effort to not dive, just in case.
Let's take a look at the bowling figures as we reach the halfway point of the innings. Ireland 87 for 1 after 10 overs. Rajbanshi opened up with his spin twin Sandeep Lamachani. We've seen the same bowling of Sampal Kami, Karen Casey and Avinash Bahara as well. Just a solitary over for Paris Katka, but the Nepal captain is going to continue to ring the changes. He's going to go back to Sampal Kami, who was a little unfortunate. I thought his first over was really sharp and impressive. 10 runs came from it. Ireland will be looking, perhaps, Chris, to get up towards 180, 190 from the position they're in now.
Yeah, I think if you get a good start, you're always going to look towards 200, and really that's becoming the standard target now for most teams. If you're on a good wicket, if you're not scoring near 200, then you're probably going to struggle in the game a little bit. So it's always nice to have that as a target, and obviously the way things are going, you keep wickets in hand and you've got plenty of wickets in the last 6-7 overs. It's definitely something that's doable.
Sampal Kami's going to come back in. He's a change of end as well. He'll come in from the Al Amrad end. In our commentary position here. The Old Man Cricket Academy. Wonderful facilities. Really good running between Sterling and Balbirnie. They get back for 2. All the fielders in the leg side are in the deep, with the exception of Fine Leg, who's in the circle. So plenty of time to get back for 2. Tell us about the facilities here, Chris. They seem world class.
Yeah, it's fantastic facilities. There's 2 full-size ovals with really good squares on them. We're playing all our games on the first oval with big floodlights. We do most of the practice on the second oval out in the middle, and then with Hughes in that area, huge indoor school here as well. So it's a real fantastic facility that's being built here.
Good pace from Cami, quickest of the bowlers on show so far today. Sterling just punches that one down the ground for a single. And the throw comes in, hits middle stump, but no damage done. You will play some matches in the UAE under floodlights. How will you prepare for those? You'll get some training sessions in?
Yeah, so we've got a training session. I think our second or third training sessions under lights while we're there. It's really important because we do have a couple of young guys who've maybe not experienced that before. it's getting out there, and fielding's the real big thing, getting out and hitting high catches, going in and out of the lights, and really adjusting to that and the different colour of the sky and things. That's the real important part.
Short ball, that's on the hook shot, it's come off the top edge. The extra pace has caused this chance and it's put down. Second drop catch of the innings. There's a little bit of confusion from the fielders running in and those running round, and it ends up that for the second time today, Avinash Bahar has put down the catch. This one a much more difficult one than the first chance he dropped off Lamachani. He did get there, I'm not sure he got his hands to it, but Sterling survives again.
It's always very difficult, those ones, when it's up in the air and it's up there for so long and you know there's other fielders running towards you. It's sometimes difficult to fully commit to it.
Good pace from Sampal Kami. Crucial for Nepal that he's back to full fitness. Of course, a very effective all-rounder with the bat. We'll see him later on. Paris Kadka's probably going to hold the key to this Nepal chase. The man who, just like Kevin O'Brien, made a T20 international century very recently, coming in the Tri-Series in Singapore and Zimbabwe. I've got the Irish team manager to my right, Andrew Leonard, here, bringing you these pictures with cricket clubs and Cricket Oman. But Chris Siddle's in the commentary box with me. It's a warm one here in Muscat. How much are you looking forward to the qualifier, Chris, given you missed out on the Cricket World Cup qualifier last year? How important is it to seal qualification, get back to the global stage?
Yeah, obviously it's hugely important. It's a very different type of tournament. It feels a lot quicker, a lot fast-paced. Much better that 6 teams go through from our perspective. I think it's great when you get a World Cup with more teams, a bit more variety. It can really make it more exciting, and especially in 2020 where we've seen even by Nepal not making it to the qualifiers, the competitiveness of teams is incredible.
How surprised are you, aside of Nepal's ability, talent, and I suppose fanaticism as well, that they couldn't even qualify from the Asia regional qualifiers? Singapore were the side that got through.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show how much teams are coming on. A lot of the sort of what we would have called lower-level associate teams, how quickly they're able to develop in 2020. And one of the key things I mentioned is the fielding, that everyone seems to have picked up on the field, and maybe the way that Ireland did kind of 15 years ago, that they recognise they can all be outstanding fielding teams, and then in 2020 you need 1 or 2 strong performances and you can actually roll someone over as a bit of a surprise. And we know Singapore have got 2 or 3 players that are capable of that, and that's clearly what happened in the Asia qualifiers.
And speaking of surprises, were you disappointed with the defeat to the hosts here, Oman, who ran out convincing winners really earlier in the week?
Yeah, I think obviously we're disappointed whenever we lose a game. The conditions are very tough for us, and I think they maybe got away from us a little bit with the ball, and then once we start falling behind and losing wickets, we don't think we were ever really behind the rate, but the way the wickets were falling, we realistically didn't give ourselves a chance to make it the whole way and bat the 20 overs and make the total.
See another change in bowling. Let's see, Raj Banshi will come in for his final over of his allocated 4. Another change of ends for him as well. See Sterling looking for the slog sweep but deciding against it. Talk me through that over. We played, I think it was 6 consecutive sweep shots to Sandeep Lamachani.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a almost trying to call each other's bluff, that Sandeep had the field set, tempting him into the sweep, and he was throwing the ball outside off stump and giving him that opportunity, kind of hoping for an edge or an LBW.
Sterling looks to go inside out over extra cover, not exactly where he intended, but he'll end up with a single. He moves to 48, just too shy of another T20 international half century. Bit of deja vu here for Irish fans with the way Sterling and Balbirnie going about their work, reminiscent of earlier in the summer in the ODI format.
It is, yeah, and then even reminiscent of kind of being back here in February, these two and Kevin. The reason we have so much success is when I spoke too soon. Just
as we talk about that, Chris Siddle has unfortunately put the mockers on Andy Balbirnie. It was slower through the air from Raj Banshi. It was beautifully bowled, tempted Balbirnie down the track, and because he couldn't quite get to the pitch of the ball, as soon as it turned past his bat, it was always going to be an easy stumping for Binod Bandari. We'll bring you the replay here. I can't explain just how slow that delivery was. Really well held back by Raj Banshi. Got it to drift and dip, and the turn ended up being crucial and affected the delivery, or affected the wicket. So outstanding stuff from him. The second wicket falls for Ireland. That partnership It was worth 88, and I'm afraid, Chris Siddle, that one's going to be falling squarely in your head later on.
Yeah, hopefully none of the guys are listening in to the commentary here. It is something we've talked about, and I think it's painfully obvious in most 2020 and ODI cricket that if one of your top four can get a big score and bat for a long time, you're in with a chance. If two of them can do it, then you're in a very, very good place to win the game. And that's what we're really trying to focus on, is making sure that at least one of our top 3 or 4 guys is getting a score and batting for a long time. Yeah, it's been fantastic for him. I think something that was really important was the Wolves tour in Sri Lanka in January, and then he was part of our tour both here and in India to play Afghanistan. And as much as he didn't get a game, I think that experience really did him very well. He went back in the summer, performed well, and got into the team, and it's been fantastic ever since he got his debut. Yeah, they've got a little competition going for this month. The Northern Knights are playing Leinster Lightning in the golf, so they'll probably get 3 or 4 rounds in during this month. And it is, yeah. They played an interesting one yesterday where the Knights played together and the Lightning played together, and they kind of faced off each other blind without knowing each other's scores until they got to the 18th green. So it was well, I hope so. It's very difficult to tell from this angle, but obviously the way the ball hit Barry after it hit the stumps, hit Harry after it hit the stumps means it was at least very close to him being in. Yeah, once again, just that fielding, outstanding bit of work that's bought them a wicket. No, it's always difficult when you lose a couple of quick wickets, and something that's really key is making sure you don't have two new batsmen at the crease, which it's still positive that we've still got Paul Stirling there. He's well set and 48 not out. And hopefully Gary can help tick things along at the other end while Paul keeps moving on.
Just checking that we all our audio correct. I think the excitement of these 2 wickets has maybe put a bit of those down. But we'll just get that check. Sampal Kami's going to continue from the Al Amarat end. 12 overs gone, Ireland. 96 for 3, having won the toss this morning, batting first. The Irish captain into the crease at number 5.
Yeah, it's a great start for Ireland, and just those 2 wickets just hopefully don't peg things back too much. But Nepal definitely look like they got a bit more buzz in the field. Certainly a lot more noise coming up from the inner ring there. Yeah, so we have a day off here tomorrow while the other 4 teams play the final game, and then we fly in Abu Dhabi on Friday morning. We've got 2 days of where we do all our anti-doping work, our anti-corruption, and do all the kind of pre-series stuff and media commitments that you would normally have before we have a couple of warm-up games.
So that's going to be 50 for Paul Stirling. Brought up with a boundary into the leg side, a glorious shot from him. And it's been an outstanding knock from Stirling. Comes from 38 deliveries. And after a calf injury that held up Stirling's progress a little, and he missed the full triangular series in Dublin, he's back with a bang. 52 coming off 38 deliveries, 6 fours and 2 sixes. How crucial is Paul Stirling to this Irish side, Chris?
Oh, well, it's like I said, really the whole top 3 are crucial to us, in that if one of them's getting runs, then we're going to be in a very good place. And Kevin did it for us the other day, and Paul looks like he's doing it today for us. If he kicks on here and gets 80, 90, or hopefully even 100, then we're going to be in an outstanding position to win this game.
Yeah, apologies for those audio issues. Apparently, Chris Siddle you could hear fine, but you can only hear me in the background. We are back now. Cammy's got the short ball out. Paul Stirling ducks underneath. It's a glorious setting here in about 15 minutes outside of Muscat. The squad enjoyed their time here, no man?
Yeah, it's a great place to be. I think the ground's fantastic. You can see the mountains all around. It's maybe a little bit warmer here than it is in downtown Muscat because it's away from the sea. But it's a real nice place. It's real friendly. It's kind of similar feel to Dubai, but a little smaller, a little less rushed, a little quieter. So they've still got the big malls you can walk around and air conditioning and kind of have some nice food. And some of the guys have enjoyed the golf and a bit of something for everyone here, which is great.
Stirling flicks that one into the leg side, and fortune again. It seems like he's toyed with Avinash Bahar all day, but good fielding in the deep. Cuts off the boundary. Gary Wilson really quick between the wickets. Will get back for 3. Good energy from Stirling. So he will keep the strike at the end of that 13th over. Ireland bringing the 100 up in that over. 104 for 3. Getting your messages all from around the world. Plenty of people listening back in Dublin. Getting messages coming in from Kathmandu, from Pokhara, all over Nepal. Watching in your thousands right across the world. So you're very welcome, and thank you for joining us here. Andrew Leonard bringing you these pictures with cricket clubs and on cricket. And we're going to have Chris sitting with us for one more over. The Irish team manager, as his side prepare and build up for the T20 World Cup qualifiers in the UAE. It starts next week, and a lot of those games are going to be televised. That must be something that the team are looking forward to as well.
Yeah, it's always great. Obviously, everyone's got a lot of family and a lot of friends back home that want to watch the games, so sometimes it can be frustrating if we're playing away somewhere and there's no way of watching them. So it's great that I think 4 out of our 6 games in the group are going to be televised. I think Sky Sports are picking them up in the UK and Ireland. And then hopefully semi-final and final will also be in there and we'll be able to watch that as well.
Sandeep Lamachani back into the attack now. He's already taken 1 wicket today and he could well have had a second. Avinash Bahara dropping Paul Sterling in Lamachani's second over. Lamachani will be looking to get the scalp of the Irish opener. In there now, tens of thousands from right around the world. The fanaticism we see, particularly for the Nepal side, is possibly second to none really in world cricket. And they love Sandeep Lamachani bowling his leg spin, and he's just finding some turn now as well. Wilson was looking for the paddle sweep and ended up leaving it really through to the keeper. Good captaincy from Paris Kadka, slip in place as well himself.
Yeah, I just think that got a little bit of grip and bounce, and probably a wise move to just make sure he didn't get anything on it with the slip in place there. I think without the slip he maybe would have tried to angle it down that side rather than pull out of the shot completely.
Really good bowling this from Lamachani, just clipped into the leg side for a single. Chris, can I ask you a little bit about your schedule for the T20 World Cup qualifiers? As you said, you will be taking on the host of the UAE, but you'll also be coming up against Oman, who beat you here. But you'll start off with the challenge of Hong Kong, who have a man you'll know pretty well in their head coach, Trent Johnson.
Yeah, I think the key is that Trent will know us very well as well, and as much as we got the better of them here, I know they've had a few changes in their squad and since Trent's came in, and they're going to be working very hard to make sure they hit the ground running there. Just swept away by Paul Sterling, will just be 1 out to the deep. But yeah, Trent's going to give us a real challenge in that first game, and then we move on to the UAE, which we know, especially there in a day-night match, is going to be very tough, and probably Oman straight after that. You could argue that the first 3 games are going to be our 3 toughest games in that group, and then hopefully we're in a great position from there, and we're going to have, if we do win those first 3 games, everyone else is going to be looking to try and knock us off that top spot.
Cut away by Wilson, it's a shot he likes, but there's protection in the deep. Deep backward point, that's Arif Sheikh. And just before we let you go, Chris, you'll know a little bit about Canada, but perhaps some unknown quantities in the likes of Jersey and Nigeria to finish the group then?
Yeah, I think Jersey's one we probably know quite a fair bit about. They're obviously very close to us. We have under 19s have played there a lot, and it would be we do know quite a bit about them. Nigeria probably a little more of an unknown. There weren't someone who qualified directly. It's obviously Zimbabwe being left out of the tournament and them coming in quite late. We've got some videos and some knowledge, but they're probably the one team that we know least about out of the 6 in our group.
Here are the thoughts of Chris Siddle, the Irish manager. We thank you for your time, Chris, and I don't know, we might hear from you later in the week as well. But we wish Chris and his side all the best going across to the UAE for the T20 World Cup qualifiers. And as we bid Chris Siddle farewell, I'll welcome back Jamil Zaidi. And Jamil, this Irish innings that was flying just moments ago, those 2 wickets have really stifled their momentum.
Absolutely, some excellent fielding by the Nepal fielders and very accurate bowling from their bowlers kept the momentum which was started by Paul Sterling and Bill Prunny has been come up to halt a bit, and they're looking for the singles.
Yeah, Avinash Bahar has changed ends. He's coming in now from the Al Amrad end. And that piece of fielding you were talking about, Dipender Singh Airi swept in with one hand, the direct hit, and wasn't it brilliant to see the technology used to correctly give the run out of Harry Tector out?
Oman first time is using this technique at our levels, because in the entire Gulf, other than Oman, nobody is using those techniques like DRS. Gradually we are trying to have the other LBW and government decisions as well. So I've been in Ireland for more than 2 months in 2015, being the one national team and for the T20 qualifiers.
Slightly different weather there, of course, you experienced in Ireland and Scotland, Jamil, but that